Days later, at about 8 p.m., 24-year-old Orivaldo Malaquias Pinheiro, a local fisherman, sets out with a friend for some night fishing.
I was on the beach and we were throwing out the net, but the net wasn't catching anything. So we pulled it back in and left to see if we could find another position, to see where we could catch some fish.
The two fishermen wait patiently for their catch. Suddenly, Pinheiro's friend notices a low-flying, bright light in the sky.
There was no noise, no smell. He looked out to the sea, and this light was coming from the direction of the sea toward us. We got scared and took off running.
The two men race towards town. Panic-stricken, they tell other residents about what they've just seen. They learn that they are not the only ones to experience these mysterious sightings. In fact, dozens of people say that over the past few weeks, they've been chased, as if they're being hunted down and attacked by the lights. 25-year-old dentist Lucia Helena Marquez says she too had a strange encounter on a nearby beach.
Aí estávamos ali no mercado.
We were at the market and there was a commotion.
Houve alvoroço, né, que tava.
This object appeared and everyone ran to the seashore.
Objeto não identificado.
We saw two lights hovering in the air.
Lá para a beira-mar.
One light would be on and the other would be off.
Pelo ar.
They kept doing it like a signal.
A outra apagava e ficava assim, tipo sinal.
The colors that we saw most were red. Red was the brightest color, then green, red, green, and yellow in the back.
Depois o verde, era vermelho.
Then it just disappeared.
Depois sumiu.
As residents of Colares struggle to make sense of these strange occurrences, 2 hours away in Belém, 25-year-old reporter Carlos Mendez gets a call in his office.
I first heard pieces of information through telephone calls from people linked to the town. They were saying the newspaper should go there because these lights were appearing and the people were becoming very afraid.
Mendez, who works for the newspaper O Estado do Pará, calls his photographer. The two men leave for Colares that night. When they arrive, the men are swarmed by residents, wanting to tell their stories about being attacked by strange beams of light. Some even say they have been wounded by the lights.
One woman, she was in her house at night when suddenly she saw the brightness. And she noticed that the light was shining on her house. It pierced the roof and lit up the bedroom.
The woman says her legs and arms were paralyzed. And the next day, she noticed something strange on her chest.
On her breast, there were marks, as if someone had perforated her breast a number of times in the same place with a pin.
Other alleged victims tell similar stories. They also say that while they were immobilized by the light, they felt as if it were somehow sucking their blood. Reporter Carlos Mendez never sees the lights for himself. He doesn't know what to make of the bizarre stories, but he can see that the terror is real.
I noticed a lot of fear in those humble people. It was a sign that something very bad was happening.